Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Matt Walsh has a new movie out called Am I Racist? I think it's a brilliant question, isn't it? Am I a racist? Well, in today's day and age, if you are a white man or a white woman, you are automatically, by default, considered a racist. And in the documentary, which I thought, by the way, it's brilliant, go and watch it right now. It's like equal par to the What is a Woman documentary, which again, I thought that was actually really brilliant too. But the Am I a Racist documentary has a lot of scenes in it that made me not only go, what the actual flippin' hell are these people on? Or what are these people thinking? And a lot of them happen to be white. Like, it's amazing, Jimmy, how you've got all these white people. A lot of them happen to be women, by the way. A lot of these white women, I wonder if they're also single and major loners, but thinking that they need to repent for the color of their skin that they were born with. It's also amazing to me at how much race plays an enormous role in our society, how much it is harped on, and how so many politicians weaponize it. So if you are a white man and you say something negative towards a black man or a Hispanic person, doesn't matter what it is, if you are the white man, you're automatically deemed as a hateful racist. It makes no sense at all, even if you've done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Even if you've done the right thing, you can be considered a racist. Now, what the documentary does so brilliantly is point out all of the flaws in this whole racist argument that a lot of the left, especially the radical left, seem to harp on. Now, Matt Walsh goes undercover, which I thought was great. And also, there's a scene, many of you may have seen it, but I don't want to spoil too much of the movie, but obviously this has been leaked, so you know already what it's about. There's a scene in the movie whereby Matt goes to like this kind of like an AA meeting of sorts, and people are trying to repent of sorts of their whiteness. I couldn't believe it. I can only imagine how Matt Walsh would have been feeling and thinking when he was there. But I think Matt Walsh played a brilliant role, like the stone cold, you know, poker face kind of attitude throughout the entire documentary. It's brilliant how he managed to keep his cool throughout the entire thing. It's an absolute joy to watch and a miracle to see unfold. But anyway, one scene in the movie which has been highly reported on at the moment, white fragility author Robin DiAngelo gets tricked into paying reparations to Matt Walsh's producer in Am I Racist documentary. This whole idea that I need to pay a black person or an Aboriginal man for something that my ancestors did to their ancestors, and I've got to pay for what my ancestors did wrong to supposedly your ancestors, is absurd. It's ridiculous. I had nothing to do with it, but yet you want me to pay for it? No, 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 no. That's not going to fly with me, son. And these people go, oh, I need to profit. I need to benefit from the generational trauma that I have experienced. Okay, here's what you do with that generational trauma that you so-called claiming to. Okay, you've got it. You've admitted that you got it. Why do you think that money is going to help your generational trauma? Oh, it's going to make me feel better. No, 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 mate. You're doing an actual scam, is what you're doing. And secondly, go and get help. The only time I would ever pay money for someone, I wouldn't be forced to do this, by the way, I'd be on my own accord, is I would go, okay, you've said to me that you have family trauma. I'm going to pay for you to get a book that one of my friends wrote in how you can heal your generational trauma. It didn't start with you, but it can end with you right now. How about that, man? But they won't do that because they much rather rant and rave, jump up and down and go, you need to pay me money. The only thing that's going to help me is your money. Unbelievable. So here we go. White fragility author Robin DiAngelo, who's, by the way, an insufferable human being. White fragility. So me being white is a problem, according to the white author, who is apparently during the entire book repenting of her whiteness and saying that whiteness is a huge problem. By the way, it became a New York Times bestseller. I don't know. Was hoodwinked into dipping into her own pocketbook to pay reparations to a black producer in podcasters Matt Walsh's upcoming documentary, Am I Racist? And undercover man bun wearing Matt Walsh of 38 goaded DiAngelo into ponying up cash to his producer Ben to compensate for the sins of the past by first coughing up the money himself. This is honestly brilliant. Really, it is. Walsh, who had been conducting an interview with DiAngelo for a documentary project while feigning anti-racist sentiments and posing as an activist, summoned Ben after finishing up most of his questions. This is Ben, a producer of the film. I thought it would be a powerful opportunity to speak directly to a person of color and confront our racism and also apologize for the white supremacist system that oppresses Ben. Walsh began. Oh, boy. DiAngelo is 68. She's a 68-year-old woman that believes that her entire life being white is a problem. Oh, boy. Following suit saying, on behalf of myself and my fellow white people, I apologize. It is not you, it is us. As long as I am standing, I will do my best to challenge it. Walsh then announced he'd pay Ben reparations if he'd accept it, prompting his producer to quip, I mean, I won't turn it down. Walsh then handed Ben a few bills from his wallet. That doesn't make up for 400 years of oppression, but it's all that I have to give. Taking hold of the new cash, patting his wallet, Ben, fully in on the ruse, explained that he doesn't know if it's ever enough, but praised Walsh for putting in the work and acknowledged the small progress I think we made today. DiAngelo looked introspective and bewildered as that unfolded. That was really weird. A perplexed and nearly speechless DiAngelo gasped before formulating a response after Walsh asked, did you want to pay any? I think reparations is a systematic, dynamic, and approach, she added. I mean, I think there may be some people who would be offended by that. Really? Like, because that's amazing too, because you got all these black people jumping up and down and yelling and screaming, saying that we white people need to pay them. So it's not good enough for these people. It really isn't. Like, even if you give it to them. And that's another thing. You're opening up Pandora's box. Nothing will ever be good enough for these people. So don't do it. It's not a good idea. Ben explained that he wouldn't turn down cash. A solemn-looking Walsh then stressed the need to allow ourselves to be comfortable. He underscored, this is something that I can do right now, and asked, why wouldn't I do it? I can go get some cash for sure, she relented after struggling to beat back Walsh's and Ben's logic. I don't mind if that would be something that would be comfortable for you. After getting Ben's blessing, DiAngelo then walked over to a pocketbook, pulled out roughly $30 and told him, that's all the cash I have. Thanks, smiling Ben replied. When DiAngelo sat down with Walsh earlier in the documentary, she asked for quick information about who he was, noting that she has to be careful. Now, Matt Walsh also pointed out with Jordan Peterson that a lot of these people actually live in an echo chamber. They live in a bubble, so they don't really look outside of this, which is probably a good explanation of how you have Matt Walsh in a room with the insufferable DiAngelo. But anyway, DiAngelo's book, White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism, hit the bookshelves back in 2018 and helped her gain fame as a so-called anti-bias training expert. Wow. Which, by the way, Matt Walsh became a DEI expert. He got trained. Apparently only took him 5 minutes online. Who would have thought? Because it's not really a qualification of anything except for stupidity. But no. The New York Times bestselling tome features some controversial assessments of racism. She claimed that white people raised in Western society are conditioned into white supremacist worldview because it's in the bedrock of our society and its institutions. See how she's so insufferable and problematic? At another point, she wrote in the book, people of color may also hold prejudices and discriminate against white people, but they lack the social and institutional power that transforms their prejudice and discrimination into racism. I love these big words, institutional power that transforms their prejudice and discrimination into racism. Like when you break it all down, it makes zero sense whatsoever. The impact of their prejudice on whites is temporary and contextual. More big words. It's only temporary, but it's also contextual at the same time. What the hell are you on about, woman? Ironically, back in 2021, DiAngelo scored a $12,000 speaking fee at the University of Wisconsin Diversity Forum, considerably more than the $7,500 paid to its black female keynote speaker, Austin Channing Brown. How about that? Yeah. So, yeah, you're definitely a white supremacist. If you're taking more money to do a speaking gig from an actual black person and you're going, hey, white people are the problem, we're the ones that get everything. Hello, you just proved your own stupid point, you dingbat. Oh, boy. More recently, DiAngelo has faced accusation of plagiarizing passages from minority scholars in her doctoral thesis, according to a complaint order obtained by the Washington Free Beacon. Post reach out to DiAngelo for comment. I wonder how she must be feeling right now. She's gotten a little bit out of her echo chamber of sorts because of Matt Walsh. She's becoming more notable for being an actual idiot. But lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens. You play stupid games, you get stupid responses, and the dumb, idiotic nature of things is unraveled. And it's honestly quite ridiculous, if you ask me. The whole thing is just funny and ridiculous. But well done to Matt Walsh. Go and see Am I Racist right now. It's available everywhere. Go on the Daily Wire Plus, I believe. It's also in cinemas, I should say. It's in cinemas first. Then I think they're going to put it on the Daily Wire after that. But anyway, my friends, you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.